Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my water change routine. For those of you that follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you know that I was away in the Bahamas for the weekend for approximately 3 days. So I neglected my tank. I didn't do any maintenance for those 3 days, and I had nobody to babysit my tank during the time. I just made sure there was enough water for the automatic top off and fed before I left. But now my corals are not happy and the sand bed is dirty. So I'm going to show you what I do. Now I have a couple tools that I like to use, like my sand sifter to clean the sand. I also have a long piece of tubing for siphoning the water out of the tank. And my sponge cleaner to clean the glass. Also, I like to use a pump, that way you can return your water into the tanks much faster, and for salt mixing as well. Nice to keep handy. As you can see, I have green algae on my sand. That's probably a low flow area, that's why it's collecting in that corner. And some of my corals are not looking so happy. So we're gonna fix that right now. Now I'm only going to do 2 gallons in my water change. I have 5 gallons of RO water, and I'm just gonna top off my reservoir for the automatic top off. Now I left a little over 2 gallons just to be safe. And I really don't have a mark or anything. What I like about these Home Depot buckets is that you can see the pictures on the inside, and I just go by where the water line is. And now my container has more water as well. So what I do now is I just put my pump in the bucket. And then I pour my salt in. Now I use a little sour cream container. It's 8 ounce. For a full 5 gallons, I've already measured 2.5 of these containers. But for now, I'm just gonna do 1.5. And I do use Tropic Marin bioactive salt. It's working pretty well right now in helping get all that junk from my water out with the protein skimmer. I just make sure the salt is being mixed good by the pump. And also, very important, you cannot forget to bring the water temperature up by using a heater. Now let this sit for about an hour until I get the correct readings. Now I periodically check the salinity. I used to use the old trusty refractometer, but after 2 years this one no longer works. Now if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I recently purchased the new Icecap salinity tester, and this thing is amazing. One thing I do want to clarify is that some people are using the pen without the cup. I strongly suggest you use it with the cup. It is where you're going to get your recommended results. So all I do is put the cup on, turn it on. On the top left it says ready, and I just scoop some water up. I'm a little high, not that bad. It's reading 1.28, but it's at 73 degrees. So I'm gonna wait a while until the water comes up to temperature. So now I've waited about 2 hours, and it's time to check the salinity again. Turn on the tester, scoop up some water, It's at 1.027. You can see right there. At 78 degrees. I want to dilute it just a bit more, so I'll have some fresh RO water here. Just add a little bit. It's showing 1.026 and returning to 1.027, so I'll just add a little bit more RO water. And there we have it. .026. So now that the water is ready, it's time to clean the tank and the sand bed. Let me show you how I do it. First thing I do is I turn off all power. After that, I'll take my little baster or droplet and I go in and I just pick up all the detritus, anything that's in the rockwork. I leave my media basket in until about 2 hours after I've completed the water change. I just let everything collect in there before I change anything. So now I'll start siphoning the water out of the tank. Now I only siphon out a little bit just to lower the water levels, that way I don't make a mess. And then I'll switch to the sand sifter. So now I start cleaning the sand. After the water level's down, I like to go in and clean the glass. Everything else below that I can't, because the corals are in the way, I'll get it with the flipper mag. Oh, that guy right there. Focus, there you go. Anything down here, I'll clean afterwards with it. Now, what I'll do now is I'll use the pump to pump the water back into the tank. That way I don't have to pour anything in and I don't disturb any of the corals or make anything fall off. So this is pretty simple. Just turn the pump on, and I usually just like put the hose back of the rock and just let it fill up. So that's it for my water change. I usually save some old water just in case. Maybe I don't mix enough, or I waste a lot of water taking stuff out and rearranging things. This may happen sometimes. That's why I always save some old water in case I have to replenish back in with the new. It's fine. It's not going to do any harm. Also, at this time, while I was doing the water change, I cleaned my power head. I recently cleaned the return pump, so I don't have to do it this time. I also don't turn on my protein skimmer till about an hour or two later, and I also do not turn on my automatic top off. I wait till everything's settled, I test the water, make any changes I have to do, and that's it. If you like my video and want to see more, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Or if you have any questions about my routine, leave comments down below. I will gladly answer back.